So another thing that I like to do is bounce certain tracks to make it have more space and save CPU kind of thing. You don't need to do this, but if you start layering too many sounds together, it could sound a little like not good, or it might start having audible like stuff might start getting out, like the sounds itself might stop in the mix if it's too much layers. So to get rid of that problem, I will resample. For example, let's say I have the cutoff like up considerably, like this much. Maybe that much. Okay, so what I'm going to do to resample, hold down record, press play, and then hold down record, press play again. That way it will loop, do a perfect loop. And then I'll wait for the record button to stop because it's saving it into my resampled folder. And now I can bring that in. Shift Kit goes to the recorded stuff, and for example, that track is 8 bars. So what I'm going to do for the loaded one is put it in, but also make it an 8-bar sequence because I know that's how much it is. And another thing before I press play is I'll mute the other track. Let's just put in like some drums, and you can hear that it's a little bit louder, so we can turn that down. Also use the cutoff. And the cool thing about this is you have more control. It also frees up space, so you won't hear audible problems, like audio problems, I guess. And then you have more control over the tone. So I can make more of a cutoff from like a higher cutoff, basically, like instead of how this one is starting from so low and then going up. Or I could leave this one up, control it from the song mode, like that. That's actually probably better, and add some delay and reverb. But also I would go to mode, and I'm gonna have it on STRE. I think I forget what that means, but that basically what it does is if I change the tempo, it will stay synced up, and whereas if I have it in another mode like loop or once, oops. So I'll turn it. Like it's playing once, but it's not in sync with the BPM, so that's why I would have the mode to stream. I think that means stream. And then again, let's zoom out and click that into the 8 bars. That way it will be in sync. And it will be perfectly in sync, so it will stay like that. And now if I wanted to, I could just delete this sequence if I want to free up some space, and I can save it as a new thing, so 611 for example. And let's do, for example, the just the percussion. So hold, press record, play, and then record play again before the bar ends. And then let's delete that and add that. I think it was only 1 bar anyway, so let's go to mode, stream. Yeah, there we go. The only thing is now you just have to remember that what you bounce down is actually, like, you have to remember what it is. And you can do this with any sound you want. And that's really a good trick to use. That way you actually have more control over the mix and tone of the loops as well. But I mean, there's use cases for both. So if you just wanted to, let's say you don't want to get rid of the because some of the cutoff actually, like some of the synths have a cutoff that change, for example, that change the actual modulation of the sound because of the synth engine in the Deluge. So you might want to keep that. In this one it doesn't, for example, but some of them do, like I think like when you're, if I was to bounce down the bass, you won't get that warping kind of sound when you're using the cutoff. So you might want to keep that effect. So to use the like resample feature is only usually good if you know that you're not going to use the cutoff, or if you don't mind losing some of the synth effects from bouncing it, pretty much. And yeah, I hope you found that useful.